Reality recap.
And hi, everyone. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion, of course.
I look like the slave. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and not supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Tamara?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory is a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the...
Reality recap. Reality recap.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap here for an emergency. It's emergency, y'all. Emergency Tea Talk live streaming across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, y'all. The internet is out of control today, and we must talk about it. First of all, thank you guys for checking in. Yes, the chats are live for you to give your thoughts as I give you my thoughts on all of the news and tea that was spilled today. My cup runneth over, honey. Hi, is it how you say it? Fredrina? I hope I'm saying that right, because I don't want to say Friedrina. Friedrina. But I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Thank you for checking in on Instagram. Hey, Love D. Nice. Love you, girl. Thank you for checking in. And who else is in here? You missed a whole lot, Love D. Nice, but you were right on time to catch all the tea, honey. You are right on time. Lily, thank you for checking in on YouTube. You've been waiting on me. Well, thank you for waiting on me. I will not waste y'all time. I know it's late, and I normally don't do tea talks this late. It has been a day, y'all. Like, for real. First of all, congratulations to my oldest daughter. She graduated from kindergarten today. So I'm already in shambles because she graduated. Then on top of that, we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta taping today, reunion taping today. The Seton chart drop. Brit Eady is missing. She did not show up. We will talk about that. Also, Brit Eady put out a very shocking statement. We'll get into that. Love Island, Yulissa is missing. And I'm new to Love Island, and child, the scandals are already happening. So much happened today. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Tiff. Yes, Heart Gang. Thank you. So much to talk about. I had to get on here. Like, I miss doing my weekly reality news recaps anyway. It's not a lot of shows on it, so I wanted to get back into it. And what a perfect time. So let's not waste your time. Again, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit those hearts, hit those thumbs up, please. Subscribe to my YouTube channel coming across the screen, Reality Recap 2876. The link is in my bio on Instagram and Facebook. Set your alerts once you subscribe so you don't miss any of my recaps. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, so you get all the tea, y'all. I was dropping it left and right today. So let me make myself a little bit smaller so that y'all could just see everything we're going to be talking about today. I got my Instagram page pulled up because that was just the easiest way of do it. Lily, that's also another thing. So Lily asked, am I going to BravoCon this year? Would I love to? Yes. Did I have an epic fail on the pre-sale today? Absolutely. I got a pre-sale code. Literally, as soon as I got it, I went on and the tickets were all reserved. I tried so hard. So I know BravoCon tickets drop tomorrow. I'm going to try one more time because, yes, I would love to go to BravoCon. I really would. But that was another part of why I was in shambles today because I couldn't get BravoCon tickets, honey. I really tried. So we're just going to go through my Instagram page at this point. I got some other stuff I'll put up for you. But let's start with Real Housewives of Reunion Seton chart dropped today. I told you guys a few weeks ago that they would be filming the reunion on June 5th. And lo and behold, what happened? They were filming on June 5th. So make sure you follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Noticeably, with this seating chart, Brit Eady was missing. That was the first shocker. The other shocker of the day was that Drew is all the way at the end of the couches. I didn't expect that. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, but I did not expect for Drew to be all the way at the end of this daggone couch. I feel like everybody, I mean, didn't they just say that in the last episode that everybody got beef with Drew except for Cynthia? So I would expect with everyone having her intertwined within their storyline. Shamia's mad, she's calling her a lapdog. Kelly's calling her a liar. Portia's mad about the hot dog man. You know, like I would expect, you know, her and Brit Eady going back and forth here and there. I would really expect that she would be at least further on the couch than Phaedra. I was really, really shocked by this, I have to say. So, yeah, those were the two shockers of the reunion seating chart. Everybody was up in arms about it, feeling like Brittany couldn't handle Brit couldn't handle the heat. Y'all know there's a lot swirling about Brit. I put out the lawsuit from the country club. She has this situation with Kenya that she would need to speak to. Also, Shamia did an interview and said that Brit made some statements about her youngest daughter's health that she wanted to get at her for. So she's pretty much on the outs with her entire cast, and it was feeling like she couldn't take the heat, so she got up on out the kitchen. So yeah, then after that, after the seating chart dropped, Kenya came out with a statement. Kenya said, she speaks out and she says, I'm disappointed to not be a part of the RHOA 16 reunion taping today, which we already knew. She, on that one confessional podcast episode that she did that I thought would be reoccurring, where she was going to do her own confessionals, and she ended up only doing one episode. She speaks out saying she was disappointed for, not taping today. She said, please know I take full accountability for my actions and deeply apologize to all those affected, including Brittany, the cast, crew, guests, and viewers. I look forward to seeing you all back on Bravo soon. So I took this as, is she hinting that she will be back on Bravo? She's taking her accountability. She took her, she's always held to, she wasn't fired. She's been suspended. She's on pause basically, but she put out this statement hinting that she would be maybe returning to Bravo. Now, after that, guys, literally, let me show y'all real quick. This was me today. Y'all see what it says? Reunion seating chart, Brit no show, Drew last chair, RHOC trailer, which we'll talk about as well. Paige leaves Summer House. I don't even really watch Summer House. I only watch Martha's Vineyard Summer House, but she left Summer House today. BravoCon pre-sale was a fail. So yeah, Lily, that's what I was talking about. It was a complete fail today, and I really tried. So this was me on top of all of the other stuff going on with the kindergarten graduation. I'm telling y'all. So this was to me, that was me today. But anyway, back to it. Then Brit removed RHOA out of her bio. She left insurance expert though. Bless her little heart. Y'all know there's been a lot of talk about her whole insurance company that she says, the streets say she's still under investigation with her insurance company. A lot of you guys went to her Jumpstart Your Agency link that you see there. Giorgio, he's another blogger, podcaster. He did an excellent breakdown. He was saying that her Jumpstart Agency ebook and I guess teacher's class was looking and giving scammer. It was a couple other pages who said the same thing. It seems like she's selling an ebook for about $140, but you can go to her class for $400. And they were saying, why would you take the class if you can get all of the information in the ebook? They were saying that her fine print and disclaimers, like no refunds if you ain't happy or well, basically. So they were saying that her class didn't seem to really give anything that will help you jumpstart an agency. It was giving scamish. I don't know. We'll see though, because her bare and naked link, she still has that on her page, and that's supposed to go live. Her shapewear line is supposed to go live in July. So yeah, we'll see if that happens. She just said July 2025. So, but she removed RHOA from her bio. Let's read some comments before I go forward. Drew should have been next to Andy. Her and Angela Lovedy Nice said. Lovedy Nice also said, this seating chart really just pissed me off. Portia's storyline been trashed since day one. This isn't the storyline that Portia signed up to be on the show. She signed up to be Mrs. Gabadia, and that fell through, and she had to scramble to fight with Shamia. I think that's fake. And also be mad that Dennis and Drew are making music when they were already making music when she was married and going everywhere, Dubai, Nigeria. She didn't care. Y'all heard what Dennis said when she was over in Nigeria eating fufu. She ain't care. So I don't know. Cindy is queen. Do you think she has 2-season contract because she maintains she'll be back on Bravo? Are you talking about Kenya or Brittany? Sydney is Queens. Let me know. Who are you talking about? Do you think? I'm hopeful Kenya will return, but I don't know. I really don't know if that's who you're talking about. Yeah, Kenya. Like, I do think that she has a contract. I don't know how many years of the contract, but I'm pretty sure in that contract, something like what she put up will null and void that contract. So it's a matter of semantics now based on the statement that Brit Eady put out, if she could return or not. If Brit left, will they allow her back? It definitely seems like she left, but she put out a statement. Let's get to that. Let me just read some comments real quick. Lily said, yes, our RHOC girlies are back. Yes, they're coming back July 10th. She said, I hate the seating chart. Shamia shouldn't get first chair. Drew deserves it. Yeah, the glue of the lander need to be glued to the end of the end of the couch. Lily said, was the Breakfast Club episode live today, same day as the reunion? Well, Breakfast Club, they filmed very early in the morning, so it seems like she would have time to do the Breakfast Club. If it was live today, I believe it was, because it streamed, and then she was already in New York. She could have just went over. Her hair was really done up, so I'm assuming that she went from one to the other. And we're going to talk a little bit about that interview as well while we're on the RHOA ladies. And Lily said, bring Fallon on next season. Sorry, I think my mic flipped. But yes, Fallon is campaigning. Her baby daddy is campaigning for her. Can you guys hear me now? Should be able to. Sorry, the mic had flipped to the computer. But yeah, Fallon does want to come back. She's trying really hard to do that, for sure. She's saying, give her, okay, thank you. She said, give her a chance. She will bring receipts. Fallon has really been campaigning that she wants to come back and go toe to toe with Portia. I don't know if Portia can handle that. I really don't know if she can handle it, but that's what Fallon's trying to do. So you want Fallon to come back, huh? I don't know. I love to see her receipts, because they say she was the one cheating too. So I would love to see her receipts. But yeah, so Brit Eady puts out this statement, and her statement says, as everyone is now aware, I am not attending the reunion. This was my decision. The events of this season have devastated me, and while I cannot say much right now, I do want to set the record straight about one thing: the graphic photo surrounding the events in episode 5. The photo was not me. I'm sorry, ma'am. What? What? the photo was not you. She says, as the episode makes clear, I did not see the photo at that time. Rather, I was made aware of the photo being presented at the event, and based on what I was told, assumed that it was somehow a photo of me, which is why I reacted in the way that I did. I do not know who was in the photo, but upon seeing it for the first time recently, I wonder how recent that was. But she says, based on that recent first time seeing it, I now know it was not me. I look forward to seeking accountability and moving past this dark part of my life. Now what? Now what, honey? So that's what I mean when I say it's semantics at this point, if Kenya could come back or not. I mean, she still put a picture up with intentions, thinking that it was Brit. I don't know. It's like, it really is semantics. And now we're learning that the picture that was put up was not even Brit. I don't know what to believe. I don't know if it was Brittany and she's just trying to back out of it now because of the backlash she's receiving from Kenya not being on the season. The ratings are extremely low. Even with Phaedra coming back, they dropped to almost, they're in the 400,000 viewership on the, the return episode of Phaedra. They keep dropping season lows every single episode. I don't know what to believe at this point with this girl. Like, I really don't. I think not Brit, Drew said it best. She did an interview with Carlos King and she said that Brit is not honest about her past. Neither is her husband. She said her husband has a checkered past, which I'm looking into. Well, I'm going to reach out to attorney Simone Redwine and we're going to dig into that. She's busy covering the Diddy trial, but I'm definitely going to reach out to her. And she's saying that Brit is more suited for a rags to riches show than she is for Real Housewives. Pot calling the kettle, calling the kettle, calling the pot, honey. But that is what Drew said. So I was in shock that she is just now finding out that this isn't her. I also was thinking, well, how many pictures do you have out there where we know that she said she had to have the internet wiped clean, that you would automatically assume that that was you in the picture? That's a bit concerning. So I don't know, y'all. I don't, like I said, I don't believe Brittany is going to return, and that's going to be on her own accord. She's saying it was her choice not to come to the reunion. Like I said, she removed RHOA from her bio today. So I'm just trying to figure out what. I was floored, guys. Absolutely floored. I was pissed that this season has really gone down the drain. And she was a huge part of that, in my opinion. Now, I've always said, do I think what Kenya did was right? No. But also what Brit did was not right. So if you're going to hold one accountable, hold the other one accountable as well. But when you start threatening people and with violence, the gloves start coming off. So yes, Brit was a flop. I wasn't interested in her storyline. Her sisters fighting, her husband, us not knowing. We 12 episodes in and we still don't know what her husband does for a living. He's in the oil business, but I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get into what he's up to, because the streets say he has a very checkered past. And I ain't judging nobody, but I want to know, because the lawsuit for the country club that she had her bare bones event at, he's the one actually being sued. He's being sued for almost $10,000 that I posted on my page. There's a civil lawsuit by the country club saying that he didn't pay for that banquet and event, and they're suing him actually. So I'm really interested in this. So all the blaming that Brit did on the event planner, I didn't think the event planner had anything to do with it, turning out the way that it did anyway. But she spoke out. I posted that for you guys. She said she was only in charge of decorations. She wasn't really an event planner. She was more just there to set up and do decor. She was not supposed to announce to the rest of the people that they were not supposed to get seats, light bites, and only have one cocktail minimum. And that Britney's budget didn't allow for everyone to eat. Some of the content creators that was there, House of Aaron, Bingeworthy, Justin over at Bingeworthy, said that it was a big deal, and no, they were not fed at that event. So yeah. Let me read some more of your comments. Sin, thank you for checking on YouTube. Said, I remember when Candy left, she mentioned her contract was up that year, which alluded to them being capable of having multi-season contracts. Yeah, they definitely can have multi-season contracts. I just think that there's definitely disclaimers or things in the contract that if you break certain rules that can get NBC or Bravo sued, like something like this where you're, posting graphic videos of another cast member. Like NBC and Bravo, they don't want no parts of that. They already dealing with Leah McSweeney trying to sue. They already dealing with Caroline Manzo trying to sue, and Brandy trying to sue, and Nene trying to sue. They don't want no parts of nothing like that. But again, it's semantics now with this not actually being Brit Eady. So we'll have to see what happens. It's just a true shame that Kenya was disinvited. They could have had an opportunity to talk things out there, tell their sides, get it out. And then for Brit not to show with all of these unanswered questions about her, it's just, I don't know what's going to, it's giving 1-part reunion. I don't see why we need a 2-3-part reunion. It's given 2-part at best, but we'll have to wait and see. Love D9 said the producers failed us. Nobody showed nothing this season. Portia showed us one episode of her even being a mom. Yeah, we didn't get much here. I'm still hopeful for the finale, though. I will say that the finale is more focused on Charles and Angela and some type of scandal there. So I do think that it's definitely something good coming for the reunion. Yes, Brit is baby Mia. At this point, Love D Nice, Mia is Brit is giving Mia's twin, honey. Ali said, has there ever been a time that the Bravo released the season chart while filming the reunion? I remember that we had to wait until they finished filming. They normally do. It's while they're filming, same day. Recently, it has been, Ali, during the filming, because filming could go at this point. Sometimes they're filming 12 hours at a time. So recently for the Housewives, at least, I can't say the other shows like Summer House and all of those, but for the Housewives, it's been dropping the same day as Andy's, and his stories letting us know that he's filming. So that is true. So yeah. Also, what else we want to talk about here? Now, also while we're on RHOA, Drew Sidora did an interview. She did an interview on The Breakfast Club this morning. She also did an interview. Let me put that up for you. She did an interview with Angela Yee, where she's claiming that Ralph has had a woman in the basement all this time. That's what she's alleging now. So let me put that up for you. Because, child, listen. It's too much, honey. Too much. I'm going to play that little clip for you.
A parent. I was like, what's your name? And so she said her name. I was like, oh,
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, you've been in my house.
But she found out that while he's been living in the basement because he won't leave the house, he had a woman down there. And here's what she said.
Oh, it's been women in the basement. I have the manifesto. We live in a gated community, so all I have to do is call the gate and I get the names. I've never talked about this publicly, but I went to my daughter's school lunch with the parents. And it was this girl, like, me mugging me. Her daughter was in my daughter's class. A parent. I was like, what's your name? And so she said her name. I was like, oh.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi, you've been in my house. She was
Your
like,
name is on the thing.
in the basement working out with Ralph.
Wow, that's awful.
But I'm saying they broke up, so he could do what he want to do, right?
But in the same house, because they have kids, the kids go down there. She said the kids sometimes.
Now listen, because I ain't gonna play the whole thing for y'all, but listen here. Now, Drew, I like you, Drew. But the woman said she was working out. She didn't say she was living down there, staying down there, but she is alleging like Ralph is messing with a woman and got her down in her basement. Well, if you don't want Ralph in your basement, then stop having Ralph pay for the house, and then the judge won't tell him to stay there. Take over the payments and Ralph could get out of the basement. But as long as Ralph is still paying for this house, honey, he's not getting out of the basement. I told you guys, I did an episode with attorney Simone Redwine. We looked at the unsealed divorce documents. Yes, I love Drew. I think she is doing, her music is doing well. I think that she is, in my opinion, an underrated underdog this season. Everybody's hating on her while she got bigger fish to fry, and his name is Ralph. But in those court documents, I guess Drew, in my opinion, is trying to make us feel like Ralph is coming for her money. But in the court documents, it looks like Ralph already was receiving it was already a 40-60% split of Drew Sidora LLC. He was getting paid in an employee role because he says he was doing thing in a manager capacity. So he already was doing those things. What is happening now, and what she's talking about on the show, that her lawyer is pretty much about to get thrown off the case, is because Drew liquidated that LLC, and she started 2 new LLCs in 2 different states, one in Connecticut, and I believe the other one in California. Like, she went from Drew Sidora LLC to just Drew Sidora Global LLC and another one. And she's not able to do that. I don't want to say if it's illegal or not, but she's not able to do that while she's in the middle of a divorce proceeding and they're going through their finances. Hi, Latricia. Thank you for checking in. So he was already getting that. We did look at LinkedIn. It does look like Ralph has a job, a good 6-figure paying job. So he does do well for himself. Now, listen, the profile says he's been working there about 9 years, if I remember. The picture that he had, he looked very young. I don't know if LinkedIn just not updated or not, but it does look like he has a job. I know we don't never see him going to work. We just see him in an apron with no clothes on. I don't know. And in the basement doing a podcast. But it does look like he has a good paying job, according to LinkedIn. So again, that percentage was already happening. That's why he's trying to get the lawyer kicked off the case, saying that what they did, they weren't supposed to do. Also, it looks like Drew took out a large loan, maybe to front her music career. Don't know what for. She took out a large loan against the home, and she's not paying that loan back. So how are we kicking Ralph out? It also showed that Ralph is, he's looking for, he says that he they usually file taxes jointly. And there were a lot of things that was missing off of the taxes, like all those movies that she's been in, appearances. And he wants all of that listed because he want his cut. Now, I know y'all say Ralph is sassy and all of that, but I'm just saying, he might have a right to be a little upset on how he being portrayed on this show. I don't want to get too much more into it, but those are some of the facts, honey, of what we saw in those unsealed. I ain't gonna say the facts. That's what he's arguing in the divorce paperwork. Okay. So if you want him out of the basement, if you don't want him in the basement with women working out or whatever he doing down there, that's his domain. You can't go down there, and you the one that got to get out the house every other weekend, almost like 2-3 weekends out of the month. You got to get out so he can come upstairs and roam through your house. So if you really want him gone, take over the payments. That's all I know. But yeah, she's claiming that he has a woman in the basement. Ain't none of her business. But they also posted a video of them during Memorial Day. They was both upstairs together and they talking and cooking. She's saying that she didn't know the video was going to be posted and that they're just co-parenting. But yeah, child, a lot going on down there in Atlanta, honey. A whole lot going on down there in Atlantis. I'm telling you, honey. But let's move on. Now, what am I going to put up for y'all next? Let's talk real quick, because I don't know. How many of y'all, do y'all watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Anybody watch that? I love it. If you don't watch it, binge it. Thank me later. But Secret Lives of Mormon Wives are having a reunion. The reunion will air July 1st. And noticeably, this was the reunion looks. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, y'all can see it on the screen. But these were the reunion looks. And noticeably, Demi went missing too. Demi ain't show up to the reunion from what it looks like. I don't know even if they had her come out later, she would still be in the cast photos. Hulu put up the reunion looks. They all look like pedestrians except for Miranda in the orange. She looks pretty good. But the rest of them, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. But yeah, the rest of them look very pedestrian. It's giving very, I don't know, no coordination. They just don't do it like we do. You feel me? But Miranda, she looks good. And Demi's not there. So it seems like she'll be absent from the reunion. I'm still going to watch, but Demi played a huge part in putting herself on the outs in the season finale. She was basically saying that she wanted Taylor kicked out the group, and if Taylor didn't go, then she would go. And the rest of the group said, hold up now. Taylor started this. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And she walked out. They've been doing a lot of beefing on interviews back and forth. You know, Taylor let it be known that Demi has said some things about her best friend Jessel, saying that Jessel can't do hair, that go to another salon, probably go over there to Angie K or something, because she was saying that she can't do no hair. So that messed up their friendship. So she didn't show. She's another no-show that, you know, is a big part missing, because there's a lot of things she needs to answer for, and she didn't come. So I don't know, again, if you guys are watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I love the show. This is season 2. The reunion again, July 1st, and it's gonna be hosted by Nick Vile, which I was kind of shocked by. Not gonna lie, I ain't hating. One day, hopefully, it'll be me. But he's a podcast, huge podcast. He interviews all of them during the season. So I guess no surprise there. I don't know. He doesn't give day one reality TV watcher to me. That's all I'm gonna say. But congratulations to him. Otherwise, so Demi's missing as well. Are you guys watching Love Island? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I tried to get into Love Island a few times and it didn't work out for me. I tried last season and the season before that. The first episode is just so long and I don't understand why they must dance and sing. Is it a musical? It's annoying. They out there popping and locking it and doing all this crazy stuff. It's very weird to me. And and I just don't know. But I was able to actually get into Love Island on Hulu. I liked it. But within the first episode or so what I'm learning about Love Island that I didn't know, things I didn't know about Love Island was Number one, they're like real time filming. Didn't know that. So this isn't like pre-recorded. We're like 2 days behind at best of them filming Love Island, but this is happening. They're over there right now. So I also didn't know that Ariana be stirring the pot with her little plot twist. I didn't know. If y'all would have told me Ariana be coming in and making them kiss other people and blindfolded and all that other stuff, I would have got into it. Now, I will say the kissing grosses me out a bit. It's definitely giving HSV1. They just be kissing and passing. Kiss this one, kiss that one, kiss the one, that one. Grosses me out a bit. But anyway, this young lady, Yulissa, she made quite a splash. She came on the show and she out of nowhere, she was on the show. She had a couple, she was coupled up. And then next day they just said Yulissa has left the villa. Huh? Well, comes to find out, TMZ, thanks to TMZ, they dropped some old podcast footage, interview footage of Yulissa using the N-word. And she was removed from the villa immediately. They sent her packing in the middle of the night, right on out of Fiji, wearing no street lights. They put her out on the street and told her, you got to go. So, I'm going to assume didn't see the podcast, but from her demeanor on Love Island, I'm going to say that I would believe that the podcast interview she did, she was speaking about her frustrations with past relationships. I don't think that, how am I trying to say this? Listen, I think she thinks she's one of us and that she can use that word. Does that make sense? And she can't. So she's from Miami. She's from Florida. I think she has a Latin background, but yeah, that's what happened with her. So yeah, podcast clips dropped from TMZ. She's using the N-word and she got kicked off in the middle of the night. So now they're just acting like she never existed. And I'm seated. I definitely never watched this before, but I'm seated. I finally got into it. I felt like I was definitely out on the outs. So many people watch it. So many of my favorite blogger pages watch it. And I felt on the outs and I was like, why can't I get into this show as good as everybody says it is? But now I see. I took the time. I had to iron a whole bunch of clothes last night. I took the time and I got into it. I got past the dancing and the I'm looking for love or whatever they be singing. I got past all of that and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that's the news. A lot of missing people out here. We missing Brit. We missing Demi. We missing Yulissa. A lot of missing people out here. Now, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? Really quickly, I'll just tell you because I'm not going to hold y'all long. But the Real Housewives of Orange County dropped their trailer today. I'm not going to play the trailer because that will get me flagged. But yes, Real Housewives of Orange County will be returning July 10th, honey. The girls are back. And I love me some Real Housewives of Orange County. So if you want to see the trailer, you can see the trailer on my Instagram and Facebook page. I got too many tabs up, honey. Where is it? Okay. I was trying to get that out y'all way, but I'm going to put up their cast photos. They got new cast photos. This is the look. But Real Housewives of Orange County season 19 will premiere Thursday, July 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we know, Gretchen will be returning. She's coming back. It seems like she's going to be backing up Jen. There's a lot in the trailer. It looks like Emily is going through some hardships in her marriage. She spoke on even getting a divorce because her son is in crisis and her husband doesn't seem supportive or trying to help. Shannon looks like she's gonna have a great season. She just wants to date and have a good time and move past the Alexis and Johnny J drama. There's something going on with Heather. They're trying to paint her. Tamara's trying to paint her to be a bad person. It seems like, I'm just guessing. It was very sketchy in the trailer. Gina is trying to make things work with her man, but this ex-wife, she's saying, is still making things miserable. And it says that Katie, that one that I told y'all to watch last season, is still making things difficult and being sneaky. So yes, Christine, you did miss the RHOA info, but don't worry. This will be on my YouTube channel as soon as I end. So please, you see it going across the screen, Reality Recap 2876. So make sure that you are subscribed. You can watch it from the beginning. We're almost done here, guys. So RHOC will be back July 10th. Also, who else is coming back? Miami is coming, guys. Miami will be back. The trailer, I gave that to you a few weeks ago. So Miami is on their way. They will be preparing. Premiering. They will be premiering this this Wednesday coming up. They will be back. So I got way too many things open. But yes, Real Housewives of Miami cast season 7. They will be back. Their trailer looks good. Lisa did an interview with Tamara, and it looks like, she couldn't say too much, but there's some drama there. I gave you guys a sneak peek of the season premiere with Larsa is mad with Lisa, but still hanging out with Marcus Jordan, even though they broke up. So that is coming back next Wednesday. So look out for that. I'll definitely be recapping that and giving you episode highlights and sneak peeks of the episodes. You ready for them to come back, Love D Nice? I know, right? I am too. I'm ready for OC and Miami because Atlanta ain't giving it. Ain't giving it at all. Ain't at all. So I am ready for them to both come back. Also, I want to make sure that I make it very clear to you guys. Listen, I know y'all didn't want to give Tamar's double life. You didn't want to give it a chance, right? So we know Tammy has Caught in the Act. She has her Caught in the Act show. And this is like a spinoff to it. So this is Caught in the Act Double Life. Season premiered this past Tuesday. So Tammy comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Her episode was great as usual, hilarious. I be hollering. I love Tammy. But this is not the same thing. I know a lot of people are saying, well, it's kind of the same thing. With Double Life, they're not, they may catch somebody cheating, but that's not their end goal. They are more so, it's family members and significant others, all friends that are trying to understand the secretive behavior of someone they know. Now, I'm going to tell you, spoiler alert, if you didn't watch it, but Caught in the Act premiered this past Tuesday. The woman was in a relationship for 4 years and he wasn't talking about marriage yet. She didn't understand why. They investigated, and lo and behold, he was a BBW escort, y'all. I cannot tell you how hilarious this episode was. They do a lot of investigating into. They were able to pull up like his Venmo and see he was getting money from all these different accounts. They tailed him and saw that he had a BBW come to his house, and she left the next morning looking disheveled, trying to put her hair back up in a bun. They even sent in a BBW decoy, and he basically ended up in the hotel. He got half of the money and then said he'll get the other half when he gets to the hotel, honey. And the girlfriend was there waiting, and she came out and tried to whoop on him, and he's standing there in his drawers talking about he was doing it because he got laid off. He didn't even tell his girlfriend that he got laid off, and he tried to tell her that he was doing that to get money up for her engagement ring. Y'all, it was wild. So if you don't want to give it a chance, I encourage you to. I thought the first episode shocked the hell out of me. I enjoyed it. It was funny. Y'all know I love to laugh. I love the mess. And they were asking him, like, why BBWs? Why do you want to? And he said, well, you show me a woman that's 135 pounds paying for it. I got to go where the money at. I said, Lord have mercy. Now listen, I'm just telling you, give it a chance. So if you didn't watch it, I can't even do it justice because I was hollering the entire time. You definitely want to give it a try, y'all. I give it 2 thumbs up. So give Tamar a try. I know y'all she's a mess and giving you a lot, but yeah. Tiff, this comes on MTV. So it comes on right after Tammy's Caught in the Act. So Tammy's at 8 p.m. and this is at 9 p.m. and it's on MTV. Great question. I should have told you guys that. So give it a chance, please, because I need somebody to laugh with this about, okay? Because it was, BBW Escort was not on my bingo card on Tuesday night, okay? So it was like, what is happening here? I definitely enjoyed it. So that's all of the news that's happening. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything for you guys. Yeah. It was a day, y'all. And lastly, BravoCon tickets go on sale tomorrow. The pre-sale again was an epic fail for me. I tried so hard and it did not work out at all. Okay. Lily said, I love that Marisol asked Alexia about Ty because we need to know if they're still together or not. Yeah, we do need to know. They're on the beach together. They're hugging. They're kissing. I don't know. Sometimes, with these rich folks, when they get divorced like that, we saw Erica Jane, there might be financial issues. Hey, I'm just alleging. I don't know. But they seem still very connected to have just recently gotten a divorce after they held off on the divorce. So, yeah, there's a few things, Julie is feuding with Adriana. We have this new housewife. She balls, okay? Like, she balls. I know y'all think Nicole was so great and some of y'all was sad that Nicole left, but this new housewife, she don't take no mess. She, her plane is big. She got her own PJ. She's balling out of control, fashion out of control. And she's gonna check a few. So I'm interested to get to know her. Gertie gonna always come and do what Gertie does. She gonna Gertify the place, and I can't wait. But yeah, we need to know a lot of things. For sure. It looks like Lisa and Larsa getting into it because Lisa is still chilling around Marcus Jordan. It's a lot to this season, and I can't wait. The Uncle Daddy Andy always says it's going to be good, but I do believe him with this, just looking at that trailer. So, yeah, I didn't see that coming either with Julia and Adriana. To say, oh, wait, what do you think about Teddy coming back to Beverly Hills? I don't know if Teddy's really coming back. I know that Teddy always does things clickbaitish to me. And I know that she's cancer free now, and I'm happy to hear. Well, not cancer free, but the treatment is working and shrinking her brain tumors. But I don't know. When she was asked, she just maybe so, maybe not the question. So I don't know. She did get a new boyfriend in the middle of treatment. Her husband held off on getting a divorce from her when she was going through the surgeries, but he has resumed the divorce proceedings. So I don't know if she's going to come back and be transparent about what happened in her marriage. And if it's true that she actually was sleeping with the horse trainer who was also married, then yeah, I listen to it. I give it a go. But if she's not, and it's gonna be another Kyle situation, listen. I don't want any parts of that. Also, allegedly with Beverly Hills, Tiff, while we're talking about it, the streets are saying allegedly that Rachel Zoe is in talks of signing up. Rachel Zoe had her own reality show that I used to watch back in the day. She doesn't, in my opinion, give housewife energy. Yes, she rich. Yes, she's built her empire. But can she throw shade? Is that a replacement for Garcelle? Absolutely not. But that's what the streets are saying, that Rachel Zoe is in talks of joining Beverly Hills. I don't know how y'all feel about that. So yeah, those are my thoughts, Tiff. If Teddy gonna spill the tea on why she getting divorced, cool. If not, I'm good. But I wish her all the best in her, her journey with her tumors and everything like that. I know that she's not one of the most loved housewives, but she went through a lot and she's holding her head up. She looks great even with her head shaved. She's still showing up and doing her podcast. So I commend her. But you got to give me the tea if you're coming back on Housewives. Yeah, she really does. Rachel Zoe doesn't give housewife energy to me. You said you won't be watching if she come back. That's Kyle's lapdog. Oh, she's a Shamia Jr. Yeah, guys. But thank y'all for checking in with me. I know this was a last minute podcast and y'all showed up as usual, comment and interacting. I appreciate y'all always. What a day. And I just want to share one last thing before I get out of here really quickly. So I've been letting you guys know this Saturday, June 7th, my friends over at Off the Top Sports Radio, they are having their 8th anniversary. It's their 8th anniversary. Their podcast has been on for 8 years. Best sports show and internet radio in my opinion, but they are celebrating and they're doing a live sports versus relationship podcast this Saturday, June 7th. So if you're in Jersey, if you're in the city and you want to come on over, it's at Southern Comfort Soko Bar and Grill, 501 Central Avenue, Orange, New Jersey. And yours truly will be on the panel for the sports and relationship. This is my first time doing a live podcast show. So I am really excited. So if you can pull up and support, I would really, really appreciate that. Get to meet some of y'all in person, but that's where I will be this Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. So pull up if you can. And if you can, I'm definitely going to make sure you get clips of it. I'm hoping to live stream it. Not sure yet. But I'm trying to see if I can live stream it for there. So if you can watch it if you're in another state. So yes, this is my flyer. I will be a guest host on the panel, guys. So again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit those likes, hit those hearts. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reality Recap 2876 is in my link in my bios on Instagram and Facebook. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook for all the reality news happening. Follow me on TikTok as well as I give some news updates there as well. And thank y'all again. And congratulations to my oldest daughter for graduating from kindergarten today. I was a complete mess, and then all of this news dropped as well. So it's been one hell of a day, y'all. So y'all have a great evening. Enjoy y'all weekend. Pull up on me if you can, and I will be back. Thank you. I will be back for a recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'll give you some sneak peeks of the Never Ever Mets and Atlanta, and we'll recap that on Monday. As I always say, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Have a great night. Peace.